Okay, good morning. It is sometime in May 2013, and we got a frost warning this morning, and it's now 35 degrees. And normally when it's 35 degrees, I ride that bike. But I need to get a new rear tire. I don't know if you can see the baldness on that tire, so I'm not going to ride that one today. And it's supposed to warm up, so I'm going to take Bratman and got a story to tell, and hopefully my camera box will cooperate. Gotta get that other bungee. But it's the story is about seeing the good in the world. You know, so many times, you watch the news, you hear about things going on around us, and it's just all this negativity. Well, I have some good stories about seeing the good in the world. And we'll start with my stupidity again. A lot of my stories have my stupidity in it. On my motorcycle after we were done with our training. I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. I had my extra helmet with me. So she put on the helmet, we got in, we did the normal thing and everything, and I have a rack on the back of my bike that I put my lunch bag in. And this particular day, I was wearing pants that I don't like to wear my wallet with, because I'm afraid I'm going to lose my wallet. Remember that. And, if I sit down, like, at one of the students' desks, there are stools and stuff, the pocket is really loose, so I'm worried that I'm going to lose my wallet. So I put my wallet in my lunch bag, and anyway, I got thrown off of my routine because I'm giving this girl a ride, and it's a normal thing, and I just gave her a ride to her school where her mom's car was parked, type of thing, and it wasn't really far, but I'm having fun, and hitting the accelerator, going real fast, and hitting the brakes, and hitting the brake, hitting the accelerator, and kind of going back and forth like that. And when we get to the school, she's like, "Oh, thank you, that was so fun." She gives me back my helmet, and I put my helmet back on the top of my rack, the extra helmet, and notice that I no longer have my lunch box. My lunch bag is not where I left it. So, shield partially up. It's cold and it's fogging up on me, and I'm talking, that makes it worse. So anyway, I retraced my steps looking for my bag, and it wouldn't been such a big deal, of course, but my wallet was in my bag. So I couldn't find it. I went, drove slowly, looking back and forth, and maybe it fell up here, maybe it fell up there. Didn't find it anywhere. I was a little unnerved, because it was like 5 minutes or less, then I make it back to where we started from. So I was a little unnerved, and I was thinking, what am I gonna do? Well, I'll go home and hope for the best, you know. It's one of those times where you say a little prayer and hope for the best. Well, I get home and it wasn't 20 or it was probably less than 20 minutes and the phone rings. And actually it rang on my wife's cell phone, which was weird. But anyway, my wife's cell phone rings and it's an officer from the local police department saying that he has my bag, my wallet and everything. And I was just like, woo, that's so awesome. So I was able to ride down there and find it, you know, get it from that policeman, and sure enough, everything was still in there. And I was like, man, how did this happen? And they said that some good Samaritan found my bag and turned it in to the cops. And that was just so cool, you know. I mean, like I said, we ended up canceling credit cards and everything, you know, just because we didn't know what was going to happen. And it was so awesome just to see that. And I asked for the guy's phone number and I called him up and I was like, you have no idea how neat it is to hear that. And I really appreciate you doing that, you know, and turning that in and really giving me faith in the general population again, at least here in Tennessee. Now, there's another time, similar situation. I'm at an activity and I get thrown off my groove, right? I have my bag, I'm going to coach volleyball, but I had a meeting before that. So I strap everything on my bike like normal and I head out and I go to this meeting for this community project that we were doing. We were cleaning up the park and they asked me to be on a committee. So I did that, and anyway, I go to the meeting and of course I get something at the meeting that I need to take with me. And so I take off my bag, or my bag's on my bike, and I go back and I put that thing in my bag, and a different bag this time. And so I kind of got thrown off my groove a little bit, and so I take off and I hurry to volleyball practice, and I get to practice and I don't have my bag, and it's got all this sensitive information in it, all the girls, like, because I'm supposed to keep their insurance information, you know, it has their social security numbers and all kinds of stuff for my volleyball team. And if you know, if that got into the wrong hands, it would have been bad news. So I end up doing this same type of thing, you know, say a little prayer and hope for the best, go retrace my steps or my path. This time I was on the freeway, and sure enough, couldn't find my bag anywhere. I get back to practice, and it wasn't 5 or 10 minutes after I'm at practice, my cell phone rings. There's some nice lady saying that she saw my bag fall off when I was getting on the on-ramp. She picked it up and, you know, found my phone number inside and gave me a call. I mean, it's just and my bag's embroidered. It says like Coach Dean on it or something. So she figured out that it was a bag that was important. But she found my number inside there, looking through the information, and called me, and everything was still in there. And you know, it's just one of those things where that's totally out of my control. It's totally out of my hands. And you know, relying on the faith of others, or faith in whatever you want to have faith in, but people are still good. You know, there's still good in the world. You have to find it. You have to look sometimes, but people are still good. The crap is everywhere, and that's easy to see. But the good is there, and it's worth looking for. And so, of course, that becomes one of those pay it forward type situations, to where these awesome things have happened to me. So I always hoping that's karma, or whatever you want to call it, for the things that I've done in the past, and I won't get into that. But you know, when you do good things for others, you hope that it comes around and helps you out, vice versa. So look for the good in the world. It is there. good in the world.